is so weird, because he could be. Just goes to show, don't trust the neat. Just don't do it. They're bad people, every last one of them.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here.
Oof.
20 minutes at the fastest.
Please let me make it in time. That sick bastard.
What the? In a polar bear costume? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Tessa! Hold
Oh,
on!
wait.
I'll save you!
Ota?
Why is... Huh?
Stay away from Tessa! Ah!
What? Why is... That doesn't... No. I don't. No. I keep my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat on my palms. The engine raised a high-pitched scream, but I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to the core. How much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge. Shortly after, the image changed. So Ota's not there no more. And...
No, it can't be. No.
And it
Stop!
goes... Oh dear.
No!
Oh god. Oh god. Harbor Warehouse District, Monday, 3:35 a.m. So I just want to say really quick, y'all, I've been checking it out, and there is a YouTube channel that promoted this game. That's supposed to be Tessa's channel, or ASET's channel, rather. And I've been enjoying the heck out of it. It is its own little marketing strategy and whatnot. But they had these weird videos that kind of showed what happened. And yeah, I think we're in one of the videos that I saw. And ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna go see. It's I don't know about Ota, man. Ota may not be. I don't know. Because Ota doesn't have like much of an alibi for a lot of things, in all honesty, and he very well could be. But the polar bear was definitely something I saw in the videos before. But I just don't know what he'd get out of it. Okay, that's his car, I believe. The bear? Well, that was the thing. Oof. This is a gruesome way to go. It's fucking Oda!
Ota.
What the fuck? It happened like the video. What the hell? I don't get it, man! Police headquarters, Monday, 10:02 a.m. So where's Iris then? Who the hell are we even investigating?
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
I mean, that's definitely the most plausible reasoning here. But he was like frozen.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those three murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as?
Oh, dang. Are we gonna grill the boss? Is the boss the killer? Certainly a possibility. There's a PC on the corner. Camera used for interrogation. Pipes on the wall. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This mirror is as reflected in the mirror. Okay, okay.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it. Making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Yeah, but what about
Mizuki is
Shoko?
Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
Okay. Yeah, what about the polar bear costume? Why that?
The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
I mean, all
So he lies
possibilities.
down on the workbench and turns on the ice-cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
Especially in the polar bear suit.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
Tell the boss about what I have found.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice-cutting machine.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
With no blood spill or anything?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice-cutting machine. And then...
Dead Ota.
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims.
So, was Iris on the scene?
Renju, and Iris.
Where was Iris?
What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
I mean, Mizuki is the one connection there, but I don't think she would kill.
Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either.
Mm-hmm.
And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him.
True that. Iris' mother, Itomi? Kumakura?
Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras. But there's no connection to Iris.
Was the congressman was well, maybe not to Iris necessarily, like, I don't think we have it all.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates. And she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me.
True that.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota, too.
So why would she kill them all?
That's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
So's the culprit?
Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris.
I guess it could be me.
I know Renju and Shoko. And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is 0 possibility you are the new Cyclops killer.
Yeah, that makes
sense. I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
Thanks, Iba. You a pal.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Oh, dang, we got like so many places to go. Oh my god. Oh god. We should keep the Sagan residence for last. Let's go to the cold storage first. Let's get that over with. Ooh-wee, 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 ooh-wee. Oh, yo. Cold storage warehouse. Monday. I stepped in the cloud storage warehouse. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hasn't risen much at all. The cold air sunk into my skin, but the center of my body was burning hot.
No, nothing so far.
Okay, doing his work as usual. And Mr. Policeman.
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
You found nothing? Worthless. Don't see any clues there. There's the
A
streaming
video
equipment.
camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream.
Wait, if... That doesn't
All
make
of these
sense,
items
because
have been
how
bought
did the
from
body get
pawn
to live
shops
there?
and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it. I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
Not used for streaming. Why is it so far away, and why there's no blood spatter to hear? Because without a doubt there would be blood spatter to hear to cover the video camera.
This forklift is old.
Give for effect, but still.
It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
A forklift. The tire and floor are covered with a layer of ice. A hook is hanging from the ceiling crane. Forklift B. I don't see anything special about it. Oh, poor Forklift B. Wooden box on the shelf. It's empty. It's a cardboard box on the floor. There's nothing on it.
There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
Nothing in particular. Okay. So, workbench, ice cutting machine. Iris and Ota were sliced in two by this ice cutting machine. Iris and Ota.
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
But where's her body then?
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Gruesome.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
But her body has? Eye cutting machine. Okay, ice cutting. Not eye. Although that did do what it did.
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Oof. This is just like the straight up bad timeline right here. Just the worst timeline. Led to a scuffle and to end up with a knife wound on his side. He lost all his power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside the costume and then finally cut open by the excavation.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
For a feasible, like, alibi, I guess. Because he had nothing else to conclude.
We should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Iris and Ota's blood. An evidence maker. It's a little marker that is puts on the track evidence on the scene. Is that Ota's blood? It might be. I'm heading out. I'm about to head out. Okay. Their bodies aren't here anymore. Okay. Right here, Iris and Ota were. Yep. Let me know if you find anything. Let them know, then left the warehouse. Off to go somewhere else. Somewhere else, somewhere else, somewhere else. Or maybe not. Well, at the warehouse I saw Pewter. Why is Pewter here? What is he doing here? Yeah, legit. He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little...
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
Yep, you said that alright.
Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although, it's more accurate to say, killers.
Killers?
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
Rohan?
They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
What the hell? Warehouse all online. So this whole entire thing about him talking about Rohan was the guy. It makes a little more sense. So the Kumakuras actually have way more to deal with this than I thought they would. Like, legit. Crane. Yeah, they can just hear us, can't they? Yeah, police officers. Water. That's wet right now. And of course, barrier. You'd think we say this like a little bit further off, but nah.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
We were assigned to what?
That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
So how does he, like,
You
know
really
all
have
this
no
stuff?
idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
Yeah, Peter was, like, always coming here to tell us things.
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
It's us. That right there is us. The bigger dosage, smaller dosage, it's us. It's us. It's us.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone.
Woo!
It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress.
I'm getting all
It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do.
What?
However,
AI?
he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins.
No, it's weird, but like, hearing all this stuff right here, just, oh my god. This is really hard. Oh my god, oh my god. Really squeamish on this kind of stuff. I don't know why. If you show me like gruesome death stuff, that's fine. But when I hear this kind of stuff right here with like, you put it into these terms, just, it gets me all kind of weird. And I don't like it. Okay.
By performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
Oh yeah.
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure.
Ooh.
He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
This is really, really hard. Please, Peter. Just, oh my god. Oh, I can feel my veins. Oh, dear Lord.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
Because he couldn't get more eyes.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. That means one remains. Who is he?
After his
Standing right in
4th
front of me.
murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
So that's what it... Why is Number 89 and us together? Oh my god. Okay, new theory. Are we Number 89? What the hell? Are we Number 89? I'm so confused. Twin brothers, maybe? Perhaps apps? As this is just... Oh my god. It doesn't make sense for that, but then why would that to that? Oh, I'm just so...
Number 89.
I know who killed Shogunadami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
Peter looks grimly serious. Yes, he does. Okay. You go to Date Residence. Yeah, well, let's go to Date Residence now. So we're not the killer. Not rightly, anyway. Not rightly. But this would help explain... Iris's connection. And the whole entire uncle business. Date Residence. Monday. Mizuki is curled up on the sofa. She looked like a small animal frightened by a predator. Cushion on the sofa. There's a three-seated sofa in the center of the room. A coffee table. Mizuki's bed. Large speakers. Audio equipment for an audiophile. It's an adorable rabbit. A stuffed rabbit. Give to Mizuki on her birthday. It is kind of surprising that she likes that thing. For a number of reasons. Mine and Mizuki's clothes. Like normal people. Bench press. For bench press and stuff. A backpack. That's her backpack. Oh my goodness. Mizuki's favorite metal pipe. Why does she have a favorite metal pipe? An oven hood. Okay. Full of ovens, eh? A frying pan. Not a drying pan. It's a pot! Okay. Seasons and cooking equipment lying around. My refrigerator. Okay. If that's what you say. Okay, girl, what are you sad about? Oh, I think she's just super sad. Oof.
Mizuki must know. About Iris and Ota.
Oh my god,
of course.
shut up.
The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just in Japan, but worldwide.
Oof.
3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's.
Oof.
This morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Legitimately.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
She certainly didn't seem so. But I can't stay by her side forever.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
I stayed with her for a little while, but we didn't speak. Having nothing more to say, I left. Oh my god, Mizuki deserves so much more. She's staring at the floor. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, what else can she look at? Oh, I don't like seeing Mizuki sad. This hurts. This is just Mizuki Sad Town, USA. Like, come on. Let's keep her happy. Come on. Off to Flarvel. It's Marble. Monday.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Tell me.
A refrigerator. Ah, it's not really gonna do anything again, is it? Yeah, this is the serious route where we don't get any, like, cool, like, wonderful little dialogue here, like, for real. I just checked the green things for nothing. And they give me nothing. Always with the sofa. Always with the stool. Always this and that word. Don't. Beer tab. Shelves. TV. Oh, TV. You'll never hurt me. Yeah, we can't even look at the hanger now. Sad. Mama is polishing the tried bonito.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy. He came here last night.
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
How is he linked from the Kumakuras? He's just freaking neat. And again, he does have a lot of money for being a neat. Oh, I don't know why that happened. Whatever. How is Ota related to the Kumakuras?
Have you heard the rumor?
Mama told me a similar story to Ibis about Sosajima and the Kabasaki district. The basic idea is this. 8 years ago, sold his land to the Kabasaki district for 30 billion yen. I don't know why I could not say that. Half a year later, explosion on the chemical plant caused the land prices to drop drastically. So, bought back the land for 1 billion yen. Almost like he knew beforehand the accident was going to occur. Did So blow it up, or conspire to blow it up? No, that wouldn't make sense. So wouldn't gain anything from that. He would just end up with 29 billion in cash and 1 billion in land. It's a net zero. But there's more to the story.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kabasaki.
Is that true, Neskoi? Koyo? Did I even say that right? I don't think I did. Neskoyo. You chose the neat life? Or rather, the neat life chose you? I gotta say, that's usually how it happens. Not the best life. Okay, what about So in the Kabasaki district, then?
Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kabasaki? So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kabasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kabasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kabasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kabasaki will give new life to the city.
Casino Town? It's a weird thing.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki district.
Well, Nezuko, I really do hope that you do find the neat life as fulfilling as it I guess could be. For sure. At the very least, I'm glad you're comfortable enough. That's always good to hear. At the least, and you're not in despair.
At the moment, the area is still considered off limits. However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kabasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for 1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady business.
Yes, he is. Well, I'm glad that you got both Switch and PS4. Yeah, this will be really fun for you. It definitely does look nice. It looks a lot nicer than all the previous 9.9 stuff and whatnot. I hope you have fun with it, Nezuko. Or if you're gonna just watch it and stuff, that's cool too. Happy to have you aboard. So about So and the Kabasaki district.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
Yeah, what about Ota and the Kumakuras? You just talk about that.
What were we talking about again?
My goodness.
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district?
Yeah, that is really close.
The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
It's a weird thought that Ota would hate the Kumakuras for this. Wouldn't he be happier in the sense that he could spend more time looking at Tessa and such? Or was this his despair that he had before? Could have sworn that you talked about himself being in despair over something and found Tessa and was like her savior and such. Say goodbye. Teach me how to say goodbye.
Thank you, Mama.
It looks like Persona. I guess it does look like Persona.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
So we have 3 links for that, but Kumakura with Iris is still not much of a lead in particular. We want the Sagan residence last, so we're gonna go to the diner now. We actually have a proper connection for it. That mother must be stressed up to high heaven.